Hey YouTube, glad you could join me tonight. I'll make it a real quick video. Both tubs are in. Earlier I only had this one. Oh, check that out, there's another one. Oh baby, this is just sexy. Both wheel tubs. Kinda installed, set up, trimmed out. It's starting to look good. Oh yeah, it's starting to look good. I have enough room to put basically 18-inch wide tires, which I'm not going to run, under this. So I've trimmed them down to the point where they are wide enough to put 18-inch wide tires on it. I am only running, I decided yesterday or the day before that we're only going to run a 3116 Mickey Thompson SR. I think a 16 will be perfect. Technically, these are 15.5s. They're already underneath the car. The 16-inch SRs, they're a much taller tire than what I've got right here, which makes the circumference much bigger than this. And the SRs are radial. These are bi-ply. These are old. But these give you what I really need to get the right size tire underneath this thing. So at the moment, it can be, well, almost anything you want, but at this point in time, I think what I want is 16-inch tires. That gives me 30 inches of tread on the ground. And the other problem I have is I'm also, I'll show you this real quick. This is already pre-manufactured, and the ladder bars are 28 inches apart, right here and here. And I really don't feel like cutting all the brackets off this and moving everything inboard and really changing the whole rear end setup to fit an 18-inch wide tire underneath here. I've run 18s before, but not on a vet. There are plenty of Pro Street vets on YouTube. OBX Rod and Custom, the Chattanooga group. They had a fantastic showing last week at the Chattanooga Pro Street event. I've seen monster tires. At this point, I'm not, I guess you could call it going conservative, because I have a rear end already pre-manufactured. Ladder bars, everything's welded up, everything's really nice, everything's done right. There's, in my opinion, since I'm going to be using that rear end here, I don't want to cut anything up on it except for the ends. And we're going to bring the ends in, I think I measured 3 inches a piece. So we're going to bring the that rear end narrower. We're going to cut it up, and we're going to change it to 3 inches on both sides, inside. So the overall width I think that one's 50 inches or something like that. We're going to change it, and we're going to bring it down a little bit more to fit what we have here, and we're going to go with a 12-inch wide wheel, because how small this thing is and how that's already pre-manufactured, I don't feel like cutting it up. 16 inches are just fine with me. It gives me just what I want. It gives me that perfect bad to the bone look once it's finished and once it's installed. So in this case, the vette's too small for me to go with an 18-inch wide tire. And the rear end's already made, so why screw up a good thing? So we're going to do a 16-inch wide tire. And trust me, this is going to look wild already. And I've got the rear end pre-manufactured. I've got the wheelie bars that already fit it. Everything's all bolt together. Literally all I'm going to have to do with this rear end is drag it over here in a week or so and throw it on a jack and jack it up and install it. That's kind of where I'm at, is this axle tube will bring it in about 3 inches on both sides. Therefore, I don't have to mess with all the bracketry, all this stuff. This track locator is already welded on. Somebody already did that. So there really isn't any point in trashing all this, because even my plasma cutter cutting this up is going to ruin it. So I don't feel like doing that. All the brackets for the wheelie bars, they're right there. They're already made in. They're already welded up. They're already done. They were already on a drag car. So we're going to just bring the axle tubes from here to here and narrow it. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to bring them in a little bit. And so, therefore, we're going to go, I guess you could call it conservative, with the rear end on the Vette and go with 16-inch wide tires. Now, the one behind me, you see way back here, the 49. Well, that's a totally different story. Someday when I get building that, we're going to go all out. Because that one I don't have a pre-made rear end. I don't have pre-made ladder bars. I don't have the whole thing at the moment. I've got to build it from scratch on that one. That one we're going to go all out. Big tires, cage, tub, blah, blah, blah. This one, we're going to kind of stay conservative. It's a lot more narrow. And everything's pre-made. So we're going to do a 16-inch wide tire. It'll look good. It'll look crazy good. So imagine these things underneath that, and you can imagine they are going to tuck under this crazy. So at this point, 16s fit for me perfectly underneath this. The Vette is really small to begin with. This is kind of like building a Vega, which is sitting over there on the trailer. Monza, Vega, same thing. This is kind of like building one of those. Really, really narrow, and I already have a pre-manufactured rear end for this, so there's no point in screwing the rear end up. There it is. Wheel tubs. Fairly installed. Got a lot more work to do. Gotta go buy some rivets because I don't have any anymore. Used them all. Imagine that. So, yeah. 16-inch tires, 30 inches of tread on the ground, and a really nasty little small block, which you already seen 4 videos ago. Something like that. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, there it is. Wheel tubs installed. And they look good, baby. They look good. Oh, yeah. So, halfway with the wheel tubs. Yep, we got wheelie bars, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Keep on watching. Keep on sharing. I need to get over 50 views on these videos. Come on. Help me out, man. We're building the only Pro Street tubbed out caged vet on YouTube. And I don't even have 30 views yet. I need your help. Come on. Share these things. Let's get a Pro Street vet. The only one on YouTube. Let's get 50 views. Let's get 100 views. Come on. Help me out. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend. And I'll probably see you next weekend because I've got to go back to work tomorrow night. Thank you, Dan's Custom Hot Rods, Wichita, Kansas. The only Pro Street vet on YouTube. Let's try and get it done. Tubbed out. Dan's Custom Hot Rods, Wichita, Kansas. See ya.